All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for map number 2 between Entropy and Method. Method stealing away Entropy's map pick on Derailed earlier. Now we go to Invasion, which is Method's map pick. And if they've got everything prepared, could be a 2-0.
It could be very definitely a 2-0. This is a wild card pick. Invasion, hardly any teams really play it regularly. So if Method has something to bring on his map, we saw the nades on Derailed. These nades are going to be as important in Invasion, especially on the B bomb site, maybe even opening up the A bomb site. But really, it's that orange control. Orange stairs and orange, because whoever controls that controls the A bomb site.
Yeah, so a little bit scary for Entropy to come into this one. They don't want to lose their opening best of 3, but I mean, it's looking more and more likely as we continue to talk about the map picks and the way that the veto went, the way that we're looking at things right now with Method picking Invasion, a highly unlikely pick that you're going to see a lot of teams go on. So we expect for them to be prepared. We expect for them to bring something to the table in this one, and not really expecting much from Entropy on this map, given the fact that their Axis side was pretty decent on Derailed, but their allied side was really left wanting.
Yeah, it was really weak on Derailed. Once they started going a little bit more fast-paced, which is much better suited to them, they started getting some more rounds. And they need to be quite fast-paced on Invasion. Maybe try and get that fast orange control, get the orange stairs control. If they're on the allied side, if they're on the Axis, they want to keep that control away from Method because they use these SMGs so perfectly. I think we should be getting in pretty soon.
Now, again, do you expect to see a lot of aggressive pushes out from players like Zlatan, players like the leader, again, like what we saw on Derailed when they were on the Axis side, trying to get that early information, try to get in there and get those early man advantages for themselves?
Yeah, definitely. You can see them can be quite aggressive on this map because, like I said, that orange control, you have to be aggressive to get that control and keep that control. Even towards the B bomb site, you can go down to Force, which is that middle barrier, towards B bunker, or maybe go down B long, get that control from there. Very rarely see many teams conflict down mid, only really sniper battles from Orange and Sniper. Be interesting to see how they're going to play this, and Entropy looking good on their knives, to be honest.
It's just the beginning of the battle, though,
yeah.
Kaiser, just the beginning of the battle. So they're going to get to pick what side they want to start on. We'll see where they decide to go, but we're going to get live into this one very shortly. Method versus Entropy, map number 2 of this best of 3 series. And again, map advantage going the way of Method. I'm sure that we can probably get the overlay updated here with that map victory in their favor. Ooh, nice. Oh, my man, coming in strong.
Yeah.
Joel Breathitt coming in
shotgun
with the Red Bulls, baby. Gotta love it. So Kaiser, once again, why don't you take us away in the opening round of Invasion?
Yeah, it's interesting by coming in from the efforts from get-go, Rebirth, getting that shotgun, going to go for that orange control. You can see 2 players also there. Rebirth actually getting the opening pick. And they're going to keep this orange control, but there's another player, the meter, getting away towards A long. The Zoom is still orange stairs. The Rebirth so deadly with that shotgun.
Yeah,
so much work there.
You can see, though, Entropy starting to answer back a little bit. Kia able to get in there, but there's Rebirth again with the shotgun close range. You talk about how close quarters this map can be, especially over towards the orange bunker. In case in point, shotgun, primary weapon, 2 kills.
Yeah, and it's quite interesting, but since many teams have gone away for it since it's nerf. You see a lot more Thompsons going out.
Oh!
Oh, no, Adamello. That's what we like to see. The Rebirth, making it count, getting kills back.
Remember, do we remember the opening round of the last map? Do we remember it? Can we flash back to that real fast? The near 1 versus 4 ace clutch. Rebirth looking for an ace to open up map number 2. He's got an opportunity. Ooh, he even sees the gun barrel. This is just a terrible situation, and there it is. The ace clutch again coming out. Rebirth this time going to be on the winning side.
Good job from Rebirth. He used that shotgun perfectly in orange stairs. Able to get that double kill later on after Adamello. This mistake here. Oof.
And Dunzo. But that's okay because, like you saw, I mean, Rebirth coming out huge. He had that 4K to start off the last map, fell 1 frag too short, and getting that 1 versus 4 ace clutch. This time around, it's a 2v1. He solidifies it, gets his team on the board early this time around. And there come the nades already into this map.
Yeah, Toxic falling early on. That's not going to be a good sign into the second round. And Entropy, got to kick yourself. So you was having the advantage into the duels. Kind of want to get back into this. Make sure Rebirth doesn't keep growing his economy. Because even though he got 5 kills, he gave 2 tokens away to his... 3 tokens actually away to his teammates after that round. And he's keeping that shotgun. He's playing towards that orange area. He played it pretty well in the first round, quite able to get a frag, but quickly traded from Kearstar. Kearstar actually gets a second nice headshot onto Adamello. And 2 versus 4, Rebirth has a lot of work for him.
Yeah, see if he can do it again this time around. He only needs 4 this time, so a little bit easier on him.
Yeah.
You know, don't want to stress him out too much early on here, but again, I mean, Naylor trying to do a little bit of work right now. He's got the carbine. He's going to drop out a smoke. Now they know that both players are going to be coming from this angle. He's got it lined up. Gets the tag in on Kearstar, who's hit some really nice shots. Thompson comes into play as well. Rebirth with the shotgun. Close quarters. Gets 1. Be looking for more, but Naylor is going to go down. Rebirth right around the corner. Gets the tag, but not the frag. Zlatan going to finish things off with a 2 kill of his own, and the Axis side answers back. So even kill once again, 1-1.
Yeah, great answer back from Entropy, getting back into the round straight away. Rebirth still healthy on tokens, but probably not going to expect him to buy too much. Still quite a good buy coming in from Method, despite losing that round, but same buy for Entropy. Azuma taking out the SCG early on.
Do you think it's surprising to see Rebirth go to the Thompson this time around as opposed to hanging onto the shotgun? He's been so effective with it early on.
It's not really too surprising much because he knows that Entropy like to have nades in the first round. That's why he went for the shotgun, because he's going to face grease guns as well as Gavez. Now he's going to face some SMGs. Possibly he doesn't know that. So he rather has the Thompson, a lot better close range, get those kills a lot more faster than the MP40. With a little bit more range, more diversity, but it's quite, he opens things up, gets a headshot onto the layer, but gets spotted up. No trade just yet. Zlatan does take down Rebirth with a shotgun of his own this time.
Taste of his own medicine this time around. And he also forfeits the Thompson. Kia looking for a little bit more, but it seems that they're going to be favoring going towards B. They've got 1 player in the corner to deal with, and they will finally get the trade out, but Sus was able to take 1 with him. It's going to leave things in a man advantage now for Entropy, as this B bomb site has been heavily compromised. No bomb plant just yet, as they're trying to filter out these last couple of pesky Entropy players. But in the meantime, Adamello has lost his life, as will Naylor, and that is going to leave it in a 2-1 scoreline now for Entropy.
Yeah, really good run coming in from Entropy, getting those early frags early on, and just making sure it was like 1 versus 1 duels or 1 versus X duels, which it's quite surprising after we saw Method having their team play quite effective in the last map. We thought it would be a little bit more effective this time. Going into this round, they got a little bit more Thompsons, a little bit more carbines, some nades to see if they can put them into use. But Sus, he's got an SCG of his own now after the last round.
You can see Rebirth kind of holding back, spotting for those nades to come out over the top. And again, they're favoring going towards that long A side, trying to push these players back in these bunkers. And again, QWERTY, he's been so effective going around towards this ladder and trying to get up into the bunker and backstab the player that's been playing up there. This time around, we'll see good headshot angle, but he's going to get taken down. The leader not able to connect the shots, and he gets immediately dropped. Good headshot from the carbine. Like you said, 1 shot, 1 kill. So nicely done from him, and the early man advantage this time for Method. Zuma, though, going to answer the call, takes down Takshi, and that's going to bring it back into a 4-on-4.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of people prefer the SCG over the carbine or the Gavez, because you have the bullets keep going. 30 rounds in a mag, a lot more rounds back up, and you still have that 1-shot headshot. But Zuma this time unable to get anything done. Rebirth also finding Zlatan, so making it a 2 versus 3 advantage now in Method's court as they slowly push towards a site. Just leaving Sus alone. And at this point, you probably want to save that SCG. You don't want to risk too much. Got no nades to work with, so you can't close down angles. Can't get that bomb planter. Don't want to lose this weapon.
See how it plays out. Nobody really peeking here from Method's side, looking to equalize, and he will shy away. Pulls the pistol out, just in case you guys are new to the game and you don't realize it. Whatever weapon you actually have pulled out is the weapon that you drop on the ground. So if he were to die with the pistol out, only the pistol would fall. He wouldn't lose that STG. They wouldn't be able to salvage that. So interesting way that works. It doesn't just like CSGO drop the primary weapon that you have. So if you have an AWP but your pistol is out, you'll drop the AWP. Doesn't matter. Whatever the big gun is that you have, that's the one that you're going to leave on the ground. However, it looks like Sus is going to be able to skate away by the skin of his teeth. There are a couple of players coming around from the backside, though, so maybe he gets caught here at the end of the round. It doesn't look like they're going to be working too quick, and they don't really want to forfeit too much, waste tokens willy-nilly. So 2-2 it goes. Method evening things back up here on Invasion. And now look at the buy.
Ooh. The Zuma.
I know. Is that the first time that we've seen a car come out?
Yeah, in this tournament.
The scopeless one, but nevertheless effective. And we'll see whether or not he can get some meat shots with it. Drop a couple of these players. This is I would say a reasonably spaced out map. You've got some pretty long ranged angles that you can take with it. So we'll see how effective he is with that gun.
Especially interesting since he's gone for a close range angle with the unscoped card. Maybe you would like to see him go towards maybe that A long position and coast. Or maybe even towards B bomb site where you can see force. But he's gone for a close angle. He does have that one-shot capability, which is also beneficial. But if he hits the arm or the legs, it's going to be a hit marker, as well as the fact that if he misses that shot, it takes like a second for you to pull the bolt back and able to shoot again.
Here's his
so
chance.
He needs to hit that shot. He doesn't actually spot rebuff, I don't think.
It's kind of fortunate for him as well. Might have seen him go by. Might be able to relay that information. They know that there's a player down there. Zlatan's going to be throwing some heat. Not able to connect anything just yet. Very slow round out of Method.
Yeah, they're running the clock down pretty low now, 40 seconds, and now they're starting to push onto the B bomb side, but Sus going massive in that B barn. Able to get a free K and actually drops the bomb, so now the two remaining players, Quay and Rebuff, have to call for a save. 25 seconds left, and they're going to start falling. Kiyosai able to get the last two remaining players, but Sus there in that angle. We saw him in that angle before, able to get one kill, but this time, gets all three.
Yeah. Nice shooting there as well. He even wall bangs down the last player, so nicely done from him. Entropy going to find themselves back in the lead. The buy for Method, though, pretty formidable.
Yeah.
A couple of Thompsons come out, 3 carbines to go along with it. They don't have the nade play. They've got 2 smokes and they've got an HE grenade. So not that great as far as the utility is concerned. Nade's already going to be raining in on their direction, but no damage early on. And now we'll have to see how it plays out. Again, that car in play on Zuma.
Yeah, so far Method has been a little bit lackluster in terms of how they've been playing Invasion so far. I like them to try and pull out a nifty execution, since this is their pick, and a little bit of a wild card pick as well, since most teams sort of stray away from Invasion. But we do see Zuma at Broken Wall with that car. Still playing quite a close angle. Don't think we see him get killed with it just yet, but it's Rebuff and Tokshake able to open things up, taking out Kiyosai in that connector position. They're going to keep on pushing towards A site. Spots out 2 players. Rebuff able to get 1, but Delita taking down at the Mellow. That's also Bomb, but not for too long. Only Sus and Azuma left, 2 versus 4, and you got to call for a save, keeping these weapons. And that's the car gone. At least it won't be retrievable from that light side.
Yeah. So they're not going to be able to carry that over into the next round. Now, I feel like the Allieds on a car on this map, probably not that effective. Given the fact that with his passive, it seems like the Axis side are playing, that it's very difficult for them to be able to get those long-range battles.
Yeah,
unless
definitely.
they're really like firing down A long towards the backside bunkers, maybe being able to catch that player rotating above the smoke as he goes in towards that area. Then again, very difficult to be able to use that, I think, on the Allied side.
Well, there is some angles which you can use, because you can use it back into that orange position. You can look towards flag, maybe try and get a peek from there, get that one-shot capability. But also you can go down towards coast. You can try and get a peek, because I know some players like to peek at that A bunker or A short. And then you can also play it towards B, try and peek into the B bomb site, try and get that opening pick. Could even take down Sus in that B barn with it. Because a lot of these players have that quick snappy aim, so they can make it effective. Talking about quick snappy aim, Zuma. Quick headshot from the start. open things up. Entropy low, looking a little bit worse for Ozuma. Actually falls to the hands of Reba, but quick trade coming in from Entropy, keeping that advantage and that aggressiveness from Zlatan.
Yeah, I asked you before the game started off, do you expect to see them getting aggressive again on their Axis side? And that's case in point right there. Gets into a forward position, very difficult for them to snuff him out. And again, he's going to be able to find a kill from there. Now we're already seeing Adamello take a lot of damage. Rebirth trying to get in towards this site. Adamello is there, trying to get his back, trying to find it, but the double nade from Zlat, beautiful way to finish the round. He finishes on 3 kills, and Entropy take a 4-3 lead. Now, we didn't really discuss it like we did in the last map, but Allied or Axis side on this one?
It's hard to call since we haven't had much engagement of what side is better.
Still feeling it out a little bit?
Still feeling the map a little bit out, and hasn't been played enough in competitive play to actually judge which side is better. In most cases in Battalion, you have to go towards the Axis side because they've got the spirit weapons and they are defending. It's a lot more easier. But if someone's prepared something on this map, you can expect them to have a strong Allied side.
And Azuma again on that car. So he's going to be looking for some tasty snipes, but it doesn't matter because Sus is going to get the first point of contact. Flushed out a little bit, but he does manage to pick off one more. Zlatan's there as well for the trade. So Naller goes down, and all of a sudden it's a 2 versus 4 once again. So Entropy coming out swinging on Invasion on their Axis side. See if they can continue on. Rebirth in the back line. Hello, that's a shotgun kill. Pulls out the pistol, not able to get the whip out, and he will fall. So 5-3 now for Entropy. Kind of surprising, would you say?
Yes, surprising that Method picked it. So you expect them to have some sort of way to get into this half, especially on the Allied side. But it's not so surprising since Entropy has pretty good Axis half on derailed, and if you can carry that over onto other maps, it can be quite effective. And I believe also Entropy's practiced this map a bit, so it's a little bit of a wild card. That's why I said it was a wild card, because it's hard to judge who's going to win this map based on the experience of how many players played this map, as well as the fact how many we've seen on screen play this map.
Oh, this is different. Getting aggressive towards the long A bunker. This time going all the way down the ladder. Usually he's been playing up above that ladder.
Yeah, you can see quite trying to peek above, but he's actually expecting a player to be down there. So it seems like maybe they played each other in Invasion before.
Knows that he likes to switch up his angles.
Yeah.
Going to be a 2-man peek through orange, looking for that player that's up top. A little bit of noise being brought. Seeing if they can't bait a peek out. 2 players over here. Nice crossfire from the Entropy side. Creeping up the stairs. Should be a gun barrel spotted. Player right around the corner. Quirdy's going to be able to open things up. One more to beat right here. Rebirth has an inkling that there's a player around. There's Latin. Not going to get too aggressive. Does hear the footsteps falling back. That's an easy shot. Zuma finally getting it in with that car. And all of a sudden, 4 frags simultaneously. And Entropy have a 1 versus 4.
Yeah, Toxic left alive. Toxic is a solid player, but getting peeked from the back from Zlatan, he's not going to be able to do much there. So it's going to be 6-3 in favor to Entropy. Solid. Actually, it's half getting those knife rounds at the start. So important. And Kirstar and Zlatan both leading the charge on their team. Only
Toxg 0-8.
Ooh, Toxg.
Really tough start for him. 2-8 for Adamello as well. So slow to start. 11-3 for Zlatan. 11-4 for Kirstar. So they've been doing a really good job of locking down B, locking down Orange Bunker and things of that nature. Really trying to hold these guys back, keep them from getting too aggressive towards these bomb sites early on. Now you can see Method again going for that same push towards that A bomb site. And this is interesting because it hasn't really worked.
No, but
and they haven't gone towards B at all. There's been one player, you can see it on the minimap, one player that's defending the B bomb site. That's Sus.
Yeah, but like when they went to B, Sus was so strong. Even in the first round, which they had some success getting onto the site, Sus was able to get 1 or 2 kills. And then when they went there, all 3 of them pushing, Sus was able to get those 3 kills. So A's been their more secure peak, and it's a lot easier to get picks onto A compared to B. Like we saw Koi able to get that frag, but he's quickly traded, and Zlatan able to get that only kill on Adamello. Toxic finally on the scoreboard, getting 2 kills to his name in this round.
Yeah, but he needs many, many more. Not spotting the player, not giving themselves up, and Now all of a sudden he's 1 versus 3. Will go down immediately to Sus. Nice headshot from him. And he has been crisp on the rotations.
Yeah. But like, not just on the rotations, he's been so crisp with that SCG. We saw in that one run which I was talking about earlier, he shut down that B push so effectively with an SCG, which is quite hard to do with the SCG because it's got that slow fire rate compared to a Thompson or MP40. So you need to have pretty good aim to get those headshots, to get those kills quickly. So it's pretty interesting. It does seem like we've got tactical pause. And if I would have thought anyone's going to have tactical pause, it's probably going to be Method. They've been struggling. 7-3. This is their map pick as well. This is their wild card pick.
Yeah, and they're getting bodied on it right now.
Yeah.
And they just need to figure out a way to deal with Zlatan and deal with Sus. I mean, if they can figure out a way to neutralize Sus, they can really open up that B bomb site. But they continue to favor towards A. That seems to be where most of the stack is. Kia, Zlatan, Zuma. All 3 of those players have been locking down the A bomb site. And especially now they've got a double car setup.
Yeah.
So Deleter maybe going to take that towards that long A bunker, try to snipe down on him.
Probably most effective because we've seen Deleter play towards that A bunker countless times in this game. But if you're Method right now, you know Sus plays on the B bomb side. You know pretty much that he's probably going to be the only one. There's probably going to be some contact towards mid. So you probably want to go for like a B place of some sorts. So since they're at the B bunker, in the B barn, sorry, Sus is, you probably smoke that out from behind B bunker. You could also smoke out broken wall, and that's going to help you start pushing. There is that player which could play in flag, which is going to be the big problem, which is what you can do is get a nade towards flag, clear that position as you start to push. So then you've only got 3 angles to let yourself on, which is at Haystales, B house, and then B long. And that's probably their best bet towards the B bomb site. And if they can shut down Sus, like I said, getting that smoke, then yes, go towards B long. You're probably going to have a more effective run in this half.
We'll see, because they're making that discussion. They're making that call right now. Where do they decide to go into the next round? Because it is going to be a struggle by, once again. They're at pretty much the maximum loss bonus at this point, yeah?
They will be at the maximum
4 rounds in a row, 5 rounds in a row?
Because after 3 rounds, they lose, which they have done.
You only
get
accrue
3
3
tokens.
Yep. So overall, things not looking all that fantastic for Method on their map pick. And again, Kia leading the charge 13-5. Rebirth has been doing his work, but everybody else has kind of gone silent into this map.
Like we saw the top 2 players last map, Toxi and Adamello, completely silent and shut down on this map, which is very surprising and very worrying if you're Method.
And see, I kind of like this call out of the Entropy side. I mean, going to the double car setup into the next round, not something that they've done so far. The pause comes in. They know that there's going to be maybe some sort of a change to what Method's approach is into the round, so they change their own approach as well to kind of counteract that.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe they're going to go a little bit slower towards the B bomb site this time, or maybe they're going to go slower towards long A corridor. This time we're going to put the leader with a car up and towards that bunker so that he can pick down, maybe find 1 or 2 picks early on, use those nades to slow them down from pushing in that area, get him up in that tower, and then all of a sudden you've got a car in your face shooting you from range. Very tough to counter.
Yeah, very tough. And like Zuma, we've seen him play close orange. He can be that player which can be a flag, which I was talking about earlier, which you have to shut down with a nade. But at the moment, Method have no nade to be able to do that. And it does seem like they're going back towards A site, which I'm not looking too happy about, especially since Azuma's at this top connector position. You also got the leader, I believe, up in that A bunker. Actually, the boxes, sorry. So it's going to be a strong defense on A, especially after that nade kill early on from Azuma.
Yeah, how does QWERTY even get up here? He's got a player watching directly where he is. So many players over in other areas, but Kia goes down. They're looking for the follow-up, but the leader, he's going to be able to find one. Azuma's there for the bailout, and all of a sudden, again, a 2 versus 4 made a 2v3 now with another good shot coming in. So Rebirth going to go ahead and regen. Naylor does manage to pick off one more. They're going to join up over here towards this A bomb site. Bomb has been dropped. A couple of shots just getting popped out to keep them honest in that area, but a very difficult take to the site right now for the Allied side of Method.
Yeah, look at these angles from Entropy right now. Sus in that close angle, headshot angle of the SCG, so he can get those quick headshots. If they peek up in a bunker, sorry, he will be able to see that. If they start peeking, which Rebuff is doing, you should be able to see that. But Rebuff's actually going to get that frag. Now they're going to start trying to get onto the bomb site and plant. 8 seconds left. They need to stick this right now. Zuma takes down one, able to peek into this. They don't need to peek this. A player can run away, and they would win this. And there we have it. 8-3. Close round coming in from Method. Rebuff almost bring it back, but time not on their side.
The problem is that it was more of the same from Method. You know, they took that pause and had that long discussion, and then they went right back to what they were doing before, trying to harass that A bomb site. No extra mid-pressure, nothing going around towards B to probe for information or anything like that, just a straight-up push in towards the B bomb site. Now, this time around, granted, the trades worked a little more in their favor, but like I said, it's more of the same. So what changes are they going to bring to the table? Again, we see the double Thompson. We actually see Naylor come out with a different buy this time around, but the 2 carbines are there, the nades are there, and again, they're going towards A.
Yeah, and at this point, you have to start switching things up. You can see on the defense, they're not really playing too much contact on because they know that Method don't go to B. They have 3 players around the A site. They got Zlatan, sorry, in that flag position, and then only player, which is Sus on B bomb site.
And he hasn't really been challenged over there.
No.
With the exception of once. So this time around, we at least see the leader go down early, but Kia's there with a +10. He drops Adamello and Toxg, the 2 players that you said need to step up. Uzuma, Zlatan, everybody chiming in right now for the Axis side of Entropy, and we're down to Rebirth in a 1 versus 4. So you can't keep putting everything on this man's shoulders. He got the ace in the beginning. That's one of the 3 rounds that they even won. Yeah. So they're in such a tight spot. And again, look at how much map control they can gain now because they're in such a limited situation. Sus comes around for the backstab, drops him, and now a 6-round lead for the Axis side.
Entropy being very, very dominant on this Axis on this invasion right now. And Method, very lackluster, going towards A. And Entropy are predicting it so well. They don't need to change their defense at all.
Not one bit.
Method element keep doing the same thing over and over again. And that's just insanity.
This time around, Rebirth going to have the Garen, so he's going to switch things up. He was running the Thompson, and look, he's going to a completely different direction. He's been going A towards bottom side orange. This time around, he's going to be more towards mid. Query opening things up on the leader with a nade kill to start things off. But again, that's how the last round started. They got the nade kill, and then 4 simultaneous frags from Entropy. Drops him. Sus with the answer back. Takes down Rebirth. So 2 nade kills to open up the round. No gunfire just yet.
Yeah, but that kill from Sus was so important because they realized they're not all towards A long now, and you can see that Sus able to drop down the bomb, taking down Adamello. Only quite able to do anything in this round. Gets himself a 2nd kill, but he's so far away from his teammate. They need to start linking up, try and get that bomb back in their control, which they have done now, but Zuma able to take him down. Now it's all up to Nala. 1 versus 3. And Entropy just looking strong right now. Their nade works so well on this map so far, like that nade which I was talking about with Sus. Able to get that information as well as the kill.
Yeah, this is just domination right now. Entropy pissed off that they lost the first map. They come right back into this one, 10-3. 7-round lead, double digits acquired. They're going to take a massive lead into the second half regardless. Is it going to be 5 rounds? Is it going to be 9 rounds? That's really what the question is at this point. Now we see a scope come out for the Method side. So all of a sudden we go to a sniper on sniper battle. We've got the scopeless car in the hands of Azuma, and then we've got the big scope big boy in the hands of Query. See if he can do anything with it.
Yeah, well, Query used to be a scope player back in the day, like in MU1. I haven't really seen him use it in MU2, but he's still a pretty good scope player. So can do a lot of work, but he needs to get into those angles with it. And Invasion, actually quite a hard map if you don't have a sniper versus sniper battle, because obviously you have that sniper battle towards A long, or you have that in mid. But people know not to peek those angles at this point of the game.
Yeah, so there's no need for Entropy to overextend at all, given the situation that they're in. And again, they find the opening 2 picks, Toxg and Adamello. The same 2 that we talk about. They seem to be the first ones dead almost every single round. They can't get anything going for themselves on the Allied side. We also see Naller going down. So again, a 3 versus 5, and you've got a Garen and a scope to work with this. Highly unlikely.
Yeah, but Reba able to get that close range kill with the ground. There's a 2-shot kill, but what a headshot onto Zuma. Rebirth really stepping things up for his team. The only one positive on his team as well. 16-9. But like his score suggests, it's not enough. Kia able to get that frag. Quite finally getting a frag with that scope in this round. Quite a heavy investment. 5 tokens. Does get spoiled, and that's the frag, but he doesn't give away the scope to Keystar, which is one saving grace at least. This is total domination.
I mean, you're talking about saving graces at this point. It doesn't really matter what Method do. They need to put rounds on the board. They need this final round of the half. Otherwise, they're in serious trouble.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, Zlatan's going to pick up the scope for his side anyway, so doesn't matter that it didn't get trained over. They had so much booty to work with, so many tokens, shillings, shekels, whatever you guys want to call them these days. That's what they had in their bank, and they're going to blow all of their money into the final round here. A lot of early damage. Adamello almost eliminated Zuma as well. You can see just looking down with that scope. This is the position that I expected to see that scope player play in. And he's over there. Now he's going to fall back and take a little bit more of a passive approach.
Yeah, that's a good play from Zlatan. He don't want to stay too long because that smoke able to block his vision, so he knows that players probably can be close behind him. But this A hold from Entropy, very good so far. But now they're going to be put up to the desk, and information from Zuma only gets a tag onto Toxjay. Not the start which they want, but the lead is there to capitalize on that tag. But Zlatan, the scope does fall to Nala, who's struggled this game. But Rebirth is not one that he struggles. 4 versus 3. This is the best position Method has in this half tie, but Zuma.
Oh, that was
so quick.
That was quick, but finally, like you said, I mean, Method finally able to put another round on the board for themselves. It's 11-4 though. Can they dig themselves out of this? Because like you said, this was their map pick. They needed to show us something on the Allied side, and they showed nothing. They were flat-footed the entire way. They never got their legs underneath of them. And it just seemed like Entropy was just coasting round after round after round, just stringing them along. I mean, it was close at first. It was like 3-3.
Yeah.
Then next thing you know, it's 11-3. So nice work from Entropy. See what they can do on the attacking side. And let's see what Method has for us on the defensive side.
Yeah, it all depends on really on Entropy's attack, because we know Method are a pretty good defensive team. We saw that on the railed, and that's going to pull over this. But you can already see the way that they're defending the A-bomb side very different. They've gone for that orange stairs control, whereas Entropy, they did go for it, but not as much as this. And they're all pushing down that A short, which could be quite well working in their favor. Rebirths here. And orange stairs as well. He's been having a game of his life.
Yeah, it's just a shame that the rest of his team hasn't stepped up to help him out much here. Method, though, going to open up. First 2 frags, make it 4 frags. Adamello and Toxg finally getting in on the board, and they will shut it down. Rebirth picking up 2 more for himself. And a 5th round now for Method. Can they bring it back? That is the question that we have on our minds on their map pick. Can they close out this series in 2, or are we going to go to Coastal?
It can very definitely go to Coastal, but that was a really good start from Method. They were able to get those rounds that they needed and get back into the game. But yeah, back onto the match.
I wasn't expecting that.
No.
Wasn't expecting
Still
that. We
not
must be
expecting
updating the overlay just ever so slightly.
Yeah. Wish you could see what's happening.
Well, I can tell you that there's some nades going off, and there's a little bit of cover fire. Sounds like we might have a frag out. Yes, we do. See, look at that. Zlatan and Sus both on the board. Nade kill comes back out for Naller, and that's going to leave it into a 2 versus 4, favoring the Entropy side. Bomb starting to get planted. Zlatan's going to be there, and look at this. They took over the B bomb site. Just bum rushed it, took it over. Bomb planted. Rebirth 1 versus 4. Highly unlikely that he gets out of this one.
But if anyone can get into this, it would be Rebirth, but he gets shut down straight away on that broken wall. But that's the difference. We never saw Method go towards that B-bomb site. Maybe once or twice, which they were completely shut down by Sus. Even though after that second time, they knew where Sus plays, because he played there twice in a row. You could probably create a quicker route to try and get him out of that position, use those smokes, which they did use smokes, which I saw at the end of that. Let's see if they can keep that up. They do have plenty of utility in this round. But so far, I'm quite enjoying seeing Entropy's attack in these last 2 rounds.
Yeah, see if they can keep it going. Maybe give us a swift second map so that we can get right into Coastal for map number 3. But never count them out. Method going to find the opening pick once more into this round. See if they can capitalize on it and try and reel this one back in, as 7 rounds are the difference between these 2 squads right now.
Yeah, that was a really good angle from Nala on the B-bomb, so able to get over that force position. Let's see if they can do something back into this Entropy. They are going towards A-long, which there's no one to get back into this. But Method playing this very, very passively. They're not going too aggressive like we saw Entropy did, which was very effective. Very different game style with these 2 teams. And finally, some engagements towards that A-long position.
Yeah, Adam Mello getting caught out just a little bit. Teammate's going to work his way back over. Still spotting. Gets a tag in. Drops Azuma down to about 50% HP. And there's the backstab. Sus, Zlatan both getting in the action. And again, that man advantage that was picked up early on gets swapped right back over. Adam Mello able to get one, but instantly traded by Zlatan. And it's a 2 versus 3. Bomb's going to get planted here at A. And now all of a sudden we've got a retake situation for Method and a man to disadvantage.
Yeah, 2 versus 3, and they have to retake these positions. Pretty good, but the main one is that A bunker position. But Toxic able to take down Azuma, and they slowly push on to the A site. Sus, though, he's still around. He can pull some damage. Zlatan able to do some damage from his own onto Nala, but he gets tagged up a bit. Sus able to get the refrag. Now Toxic knows where Sus' position is. He fakes it. 20 seconds left. He has time for this, and I think Sus is expecting it's a fake. He's not pushing up. Now he knows from the footsteps. But now he really needs to peek this. He needs to know if it's a fake or not. The time's tight. I think he might just got it.
I don't think he does. Time is going to go. Ooh. Barely doesn't get it, and that is going to be the finale of that round. 13-5. We're just doing a real quick rejoin into the server, so just bear with us 1 second, guys, so you get to see my beautiful beard a little bit more. Look at it.
It's so beautiful.
Fluffy. It's so fluffy. Yes, it's fluffy.
Like, how does someone grow a beard so marvelous?
I'm a man.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm not a man. I must be like a boy. It's kind of freaky.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. All of Twitch. Sploosh.
But yeah, that was a pretty good round in the end for Entropy. They were able to get that win just by time on the bomb plant.
Yeah, very close, but he played it well. He played the time correctly, you know. He knows how long it takes to defuse the bomb, so he doesn't have to go for that peak right away. He can play that, 5 seconds where he's going to have an opportunity to kind of bait out. Use that, like I said, use the bomb like it's an extra player on your team. Use the bomb like it's an extra man, so you can use that to your advantage. That way he doesn't have to go for that wide peak. He doesn't have to jump on it. He knows that the guy tapped the bomb. Okay, assume that the first one's going to be a fake. Wait 5 seconds, then go for the peak. Goes back, has to tap the bomb again. Time's dwindling down.
Yeah.
Now he can actually go for the peak. Denies him the bomb defuse. Denies him the time required for the bomb defuse. So well played indeed. And should be getting in any moment now. Should be getting in any moment. Are we getting in any moment? Are we going back in? Got a tech issue? Got a little bit of a tech issue. Should we take a fiver? Want to take a fiver? Take a quick fiver? All right, we're going to take 5, guys. We'll be back. We got a little bit of a tech issue in the server right now, so bear with us. We will be back in just a few minutes.
Okay.
All
we're
right.
back.
So, a little bit of confusion, a little bit of goofiness, but we're continuing on from 13 to 6. There was a diffuse bug that happened.
Yeah.
So,
We had to sort that out.
Yeah, they had to sort that out. And it was actually Method was going to win that round in that 1v1 clutch that we saw, but because of the diffuse bug, it didn't allow him the first time that he hit his diffuse key.
But it's going to stay the score because they played the round afterwards.
Correct. So this is where it would have been, regardless.
Yeah.
So, that being said, opening 2 picks going the way of Method this time around, looking for a little bit more, and Adamello is going to find another kill. He's got 2 on the round, looking for even more as ToxG. And they managed to bring it into a 1 versus 5. Shot in the back. Rebirth going to finish things off, and 13 to 7 it goes. So this could be the break in momentum.
Yeah.
And Method could snatch this one up.
Especially after a long delay with technical issues, as well as the fact that we had to sort out admin issue as well.
Correct.
If you're Entropy, you're going to feel a little bit out of it because you had the momentum on your side. You was going to win the rounds, and then now you don't have that momentum.
Man, look
Method
at Rebirth.
can get back into this.
I mean, the fact that they even have 7 rounds is really kind of indicative on the fact that Rebirth is 23 and 13 right now. I mean, he's really carrying his team right now on this map. Starting to see a little bit more life out of Adamello and starting to see a little more life out of ToxG. That's really good considering that they were strong fraggers in the last map for him. We'll see whether or not they can pick up the pace moving forward. They're still at 7 and 18 and 8 and 16 respectively, but they've started to accrue some more frags over the last couple of rounds. See if they can continue to lock it down now that they're on the Axis side going for the defense. And again, we're going to see a long A play. Deep nade this time. That one went a lot further than the ones that we saw Entropy throwing out in the opening half.
But I think it's also timing. They throw it a lot more early, and then Entry for they throw it a lot more later. So it all depends on timings, and these teams know the timings of these maps. And you can see it. They practice them.
5 carbine by.
Yeah. It's going to be difficult for Entropy, but if they can get those headshots, could be proved. That's again. You can see smokes coming up. Adamello is in a very good position to stop anyone pushing up, and there he goes. He takes down Zlatan, gets the opening frag, but his position is now known. But zoom up, walking straight past Rebirth, keeping that advantage, but not for long. ToxG though, a little bit of a smoke criminal in these last few maps, well rounds. Cause some damage, but damn effort.
That's a bomb denial right there. Sus has it on his back right now. Good peek from QWERTY. He's going to be able to find one more, leaving Deleter all by himself in a 1 versus 3. Possibility for a team ace right now if ToxG can get this final frag. Spotted, not taken down just yet. Deleter coming around from the long A side. See if he can get into the bomb site, maybe get a plant, but highly unlikely at this point. And Naller's going to be able to finish things off. So the team ace doesn't come out, but another round for Method in the long run. Now only a 5-round difference.
Yeah, which is massive since we saw how big the difference was. And now Method's starting to get back into getting their rhythm. Going to see some SCGs coming in now, as well as nades. This is going to prove problematic for Entropy, which are only going to have carbines and a few utility. Deleter and Zlatan both with those SMGs. So you're going to probably see them push it in towards orange and orange stairs.
Split towards B, look like. 2 players on the Axis side are going to be over there. That's going to be QWERTY, and that's going to be Naller trying to lock down the B bomb site. Close quarters battle here. Number 4 man is up close and personal. Able to get the first one. That's ToxG. That's a big frag. Also a lot of damage onto Kia to start things off. See whether or not they can capitalize on that early on. ToxG changing up his position. One right around the corner will pick up a second. So a 2-man advantage now for Method into the later stages of this round.
Yeah, and Entropy struggling a little bit now. Rebirth able to get the lead. So he's been stepping up massively for his team. He's on 25 kills now. It's all up to Kia Star. He's on 21. And he's been playing pretty well in the first half. Let's see if he can get some kills now. He gets the first one onto Quay. Gonna meet Nala now, which is unable to react fast enough for it. 39, and you can see right now, Method all firing now. It's spread across the scoreboard.
Absolutely. And you can see, I mean, this seems to be a little bit more Axis-centric right now. The Allied side not able to get into these bomb sites unless they bum rush something. And you can see, I mean, Method bringing it back. Naller up to 15 frags now. QWERTY getting it on the board, 13 and 16. So they're starting to pick up the pace, now starting to fire on all cylinders. And again, you can see the carbine buy come out. One Thompson in the hands of the leader. Adamello going to get aggressive. Throws the smoke to the top side of the stairs. That's going to block vision. Does he dare push aggressively? It doesn't matter. Rebirth is really going to open things up once more for Method. Getting that early two-man advantage. Denial nade. That's going to land right out in front of that doorway. Not going to connect.
Really great positions, and you can already see the rotations for Method, but Rebirth will fall to the hands of Zlatan. Oh, no, that's so close. Through the smoke. Really taking out Zoom up, but it's quite, he gets the frag onto Zus. 2 versus 4. Not much that Entropy can do right now. Just all onto Uzuma's hands. And he's not even expecting the play on top barn, and there we have it, Quake. Finishing things off, 13-10. Gap is closing fast.
Yeah, that big 11-4 halftime score is really dwindling down now. It's gone 2-6 in the second half, favoring the Method side. And again, the Carbine buy comes out. The money bonus is in hand, but are they going to have the utility to go behind this? We haven't seen a pause out from Entropy. They're not going to slow this down at all. It's not going to take time to figure out what the best course of action is. And again, it's going to be towards the A bomb site. They've been shut down time after time over in this direction, so we'll see if it happens once more. So you can see the smoke to the top stairs, and maybe some backside bunker control.
Yeah, and what's interesting is Entropy actually not opting to use all of their tokens, because you can see Zlatan, Anazuma, Lolita, and Kista all have 2+ tokens. So that's like a nade or a smoke, which they can get, which they're opting to save into the next round. And of course, they're on loss bonus now, so that's 3 tokens. If they get a bomb plant, that's an extra token for them as well. So it looks like they are playing for the long game instead of the short game. At the moment, Method. The their A defense looking so solid, just like Entropy. This is what we saw Entropy playing so well on. Now it's all up to Delita. 10-13. He's looking for a player at flank, but he's unable to spot anyone. Finally able to spot someone in their spawn, actually spawned, but he's going to get flanked from that player from flag.
Yep.
Quirty. 11-13.
Yeah, good patience there on Quirty. Just waiting for that shot to get fired, knows exactly where he is, gets the backstab in. And again, Rebirth, he was playing in that topside bunker at that A bomb site, and he just stayed prone. He didn't give up his position. He was able to get the backstab once they went by. They didn't check the angle. So many angles to check going in towards that A bomb site. They omit the one, and they get punished for it. Nicely done from him, and now we see the pause come out. This is surely Entropy's pause. Very dangerous lines for them to be on right now. 2 rounds the difference. All the momentum sitting with Method right now. They're looking to try and close this one out.
Yeah, and you can see Entropy have the tokens down to buy. You see Zlatan having 7, so you're going to probably see a scope coming out from him, and this is what they're going to be talking about. They're going to be talking about what weapon they're going to get, what utility they need. So you're going to see an execute of some sort. In fact, Zlatan doesn't even go for the scope. That's interesting.
Makes you wonder why they held on to those tokens the round before, really.
Yeah. But it's definitely going for those Thompsons and all those utility, and I think we're going to see some sort of execution coming out from maybe go towards A, maybe towards B. We've seen on that B round at one time, they had very good success when they used those smokes and nades. So you're probably going to see a similar sort of thing. But they could go towards mid. They can go towards orange, get that orange control, get that bunker control, and then even push out towards mid, get flag control. Because when you have that mid control, you can go towards B side, you can go towards A side. Because you're limiting the players onto those sites instead of having that free roam to rotate. So let's see what they're going to do here. Talia pushing into orange, not going to spot anyone, so he's going to opt to get out of there, and that's probably a good call from him.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of damage out there. Again, just want to touch on the fact that Rebirth is 27 kills, 15 deaths right now.
Yeah.
Really the linchpin of Method being able to stay alive in this map and bring it to as close as it's been right now. But again, I mean, Zuma, he's going to be on the Garen. The rest of the squad is going to be on Thompsons and Carbines. See whether or not they can crack back in here.
See smokes being deployed from both teams. Adamello able to take down Kierstar, who's been playing so well. Now Quirty's going to get tested. They're both sides of the map. This is interesting from Entropy, but they're going in one at a time, which is never good. Toxic covering his teammate. And what seemed like a promising start for Entropy, getting those nades set up and stuff, they just weren't able to execute properly. They was going in one at a time, which is never good in any team. You see in CS, if you go one at a time, you're going to get shut down.
Zuma clearing out the A bomb site. They've gone for an aggressive push right now. They don't have bomb control, though. That's over towards B. So they know that they've evacuated that A bomb site. They're looking for the player in the trenches in the back line. That's Adamello. Look at how far he is pushed. He's all the way behind these players right now, over towards the backside of the orange bunker. So difficult position for them to read, and all he has to do is just bide his time. 3 players guarding the bomb. He can just be that rotation cutoff man. If they try to go over towards A through the mid corridor, he's going to be there to shut it down. Doesn't matter, though, as the time expires. So we're now within 1 round of each other at a 13-12 scoreline. Very competitive between the 2 teams over the course of these 2 maps.
Yeah.
But Method able to steal away Entropy's map pick early on Derailed. And now we come in here, and we've got ourselves a blowout, what it looks like, an 11-4 halftime score in favor of Entropy. Now, Method, since they've been on the Axis side, have really reeled this one back in and have done a phenomenal job of keeping themselves alive for this potential 2-0 score.
Yeah, and you can definitely see them coming back, but Entropy needs to start pulling something out of the bag. They do have smokes to play with, so we can smoke off some angles on the A bomb side, which is what it looks like they want to do. Rebirth, trying to get that peak. He's down so low. The player's chasing it, but he's escaped with his life. Teammate covering him as well. But now they're pushing out onto the A bomb site. Adamello does get the initial frag with the nade, but look at this.
Adamello has been so good on this A bomb site since they switched over to Axis side. He picks up 2 kills again this time around. Toxg is there as well. And now we've got ourselves a 4-on-2 situation. Adamello still alive and kicking over here, looking for these players to come around. Knows that they can be close on the corners. And he just has to bide his time. He's got a player in the top side of that orange bunker just waiting for them to come around. I believe Rebirth is the one that's prone over there in that doorway. Just waiting for that push to come to shove. And that's exactly what it is. 27-16, waiting for Deleter to come around the corner. Doesn't even matter. Adamello is going to pounce. There's the spot. Zlatan is going to get spotted. Naller's going to take him down. And another round on the board. Method have tied it up.
Yeah, and you can see Method playing that round so well, especially the late round. Because normally you see some players getting bloodthirsty, which is where they go hunting for the kills, because they gain the initial frags and they want to keep getting those frags because it's always great getting frags, but that's when you start losing rounds. But what you saw from Method there is they stood still. They took their time. They didn't move. They kept their positions because they were good positions. They didn't need to move. And they had the crossfires set because you saw Deleter actually covering in front of, like peeking from hideout to connector, which was where Rebirth was. Talking about Rebirth, takes down Deleter straight off the bat.
One more tally in the frag column. 2 players down here at the bottom side of the stairs in orange this time around. They're going to abate from that position, not going to feed him any more kills. And Sus, very aggressive up here onto the A bomb site. Tries to get himself a favorable position. Spotted, tagged, almost fragged. Smoke comes out. That's going to block vision. He's trying to get himself into a favorable spot, but it's Adamello that finds Uzuma. And the nade follow-up from Naylor. This could be where finally Method take the lead in this. They haven't had the lead since I think the 3rd round of this map.
Yeah, that was up 3-2 and it was 3-3.
Yeah, so they are kicking right now. 14-13, trying to shut this down. 2 rounds away from the 2-0 sweep to kick off this tournament.
Now, it's all on these axis sides, it looks like, on this map. It was like very early on in Battalion where you saw all the maps were very axis-sided. And this is a similar case. And Method looking pretty good. We already see 2 STGs, 2 MP40s with Thompsons in their back pocket. 4 of them with Thompsons in their back pocket.
Dangerous buy. Dangerous loadout. I want to talk about one player that's kind of gone quiet here is Kiastar. He had a massive opening half, but since he's gone onto the Allied side, he has been quiet.
Yeah, not just that, though. He's been quiet since that whole issue which we had sorted out. And Rebirth, he's not even getting the frags here. He's just playing time. His teammate's actually the one getting the frags in that orange position. And he's just playing around that orange stairs, going through smokes, hiding. Then it's just like, where did Rebirth go?
Yeah, do the damage and then fall right back. Call out for his teammates. So much information. Adamello even getting in on the action right now. He's picked up 2 in this round. And again, I said, he was so quiet in the opening half. What did we say? He was at like 2-8, 2-9, something like that, late stages of the first half. He's really picked things up, locking down that A-bomb site. And now we've got Zlatan and Deleter in a 2 versus 4, trying to keep them off a map, match, and series point.
Talking about a player which has gone quiet, Deleter. We haven't really talked much about him, and he's gone quiet in this game. Last game, he was one of the top fraggers for Entropy, but now he's quiet and he's been dropped. It's all up to Zlatan. 1 versus 3. Does have bomb, but he has 3 players to find. And you can already see a nade going in towards the A site, which won't actually get him, but it's actually Nala who gets him. And that's series point for Method.
What a comeback. Massive comeback. And you can see the impact of being on that Axis side. I mean, the knife round went the way of Entropy. They went on to Axis first and had that big 11-4 halftime score. Now, we've seen it go 11-2.
Yeah.
So, I mean, massive comeback from the Axis side. Massive comeback from the Method side, I should say.
Yeah.
And they are now 1 round away from closing out this series in 2-0 fashion.
And really, you have to give it all credit to Rebirth. He was the one which was making it close on the ally side, but then like on the
Kept
Axis
him alive.
side. Yeah. It's just been...
What an appropriate name for the guy who's kept his team afloat, right? Rebirth.
It is.
And he hasn't slowed down at all.
No, that's the impressive thing. Like, he kept up his aggressiveness. He hasn't slowed down. Keep gaining these frags. Maybe it's not as much frags as you got in the first half, but he hasn't needed to get those frags in the second half.
Exactly. He's been able to relay so much information playing from this orange corridor, and the fact of the matter is that he's also not been dying in that area. Talking about dying, we've got a lot of Entropy on the death counter right now as Latins, Uzuma, and Kiastar all get eliminated. 2 for Querty. Now they're going to push through the smoke. Maybe a gun barrel spotted. Nicely done there from Querty. Picks up 1 more. Still alive. Staying alive. And they get it done. So it goes 16-13 on map number 2. And Method, they close out the series in 2-0 fashion.
Yeah.
And you said it was possible after Derailed went in their favor. So a nice recovery. And they close it down, get it done.
Yeah, after seeing the map vetoes play out, if it went with like the Manor House, which I said in Liberation, they derailed as decider, that would have been Entropy's favor. But because they went derailed first, and then Invasion, it went completely into Method's court. In fact, I thought Entropy probably would have been more favorable on derailed, and then they would have won it on Coastal, but instead,
2-0.
2-0. Method played really well, and it has to go down to Rebirth, definitely.
Yeah. Man of the match right there. We saw him. He wasn't as effective on Derailed, but as soon as they got onto Invasion, man, he kept his team alive and kept them, well, I mean, within arm's reach there, especially in the second half.
Yeah.
Really facilitating that comeback. So we are going to bid you adieu. We've got Mitch and Dean going to join you for the next best of 3, which is going to be between Lux and...
The Mice.
Yeah, so that should be a good one. Possibly a 3-mapper as well. And we will catch you guys in a few minutes while they get all set up.